Hey everyone, and welcome in. My name is Talu, and on this channel I make faith-based videos to encourage you as you fight the good fight of the faith daily. I wanted to make a follow-up video to my last one where I was basically encouraging you all to stay strong as you continue to honor the Lord by waiting until marriage to have sex. I know that it is definitely not an easy thing to do, and with how rare it can be to find people that are also waiting, I know it can make, navigating dating and relationships a little bit more interesting, to say the least. And so I just wanted to make this video to give you guys 5 tips to help you as you, 1, wait until marriage to have sex, but also 2, wait on the Lord to bring you that person that is wanting to do the same. These are just some things that I have learned and that have helped me on my journey, and so hopefully they help you as well. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So my tip number 1 would be to please don't settle. Don't settle just because someone says that they're waiting till marriage. I know that with how rare it is to find someone else that is waiting these days, we can almost want to latch on and never let go when we find them. But just because they're waiting doesn't mean that they're for us. You know what I'm saying? And I want to encourage all of us, myself included, to not have a scarcity mindset when it comes to this. Remember that God knows exactly what we want, exactly what we need, and He is able to provide us with the full package. Okay, so please do not settle. My tip number 2 would be to let people know early where you stand on this. I think that it'll really help avoid confusion and also help, guard your heart so you're not, developing feelings for somebody only to find out down the line that you guys are not on the same page about this. I remember I was in high school and I had a crush on this guy, and we started talking, and I thought it was very wholesome, very innocent, right? Until one day he texts me and he's like, DTF, and I'm like I'm not even lying when I said I had no idea what that meant. And so I'm asking him what this means. At first, he thought I was kidding, but eventually he's like, all right, she doesn't know what this means. And then he tells me, and I had to let him know that I in fact was not down and that I was waiting till marriage. And when I tell y'all, the man switched up on me. I didn't know what was going on. I was very confused. And it was hurtful because then it went from oh, okay, being so kind to, basically acting like I never existed. All that to say, from then on, I have made an effort to let people know early where I stand on this, and I'll say it's avoiding me a lot of heartache. So that would be my tip number 2. Let people know early where you stand on this, okay? My tip number 3 would be to surround yourself with community. By now, we all know that the likelihood of us finding a partner that is also waiting is not as high as finding one that isn't. And so that also means that the likelihood of singleness is potentially going to be higher. And, I know singleness has its seasons where, you feel good, you feel free, but it could also have its seasons where you feel lonely, you feel sad. And so I think getting plugged into community of, some like-minded people will really help you get through those lower seasons of singleness. If you are currently in one of those lower seasons of singleness, I want to personally challenge you to, get plugged in at your local church and, join a Bible study and, start serving on one of the ministry teams. And then, just commit to it for a month. Okay, we'll say a month. And then after that, come back and let me know if you still feel the overwhelming, despair that singleness can bring. I'm sure that you most likely won't. My tip number 4 would be to try to change your mindset around singleness. And I know this can be hard, y'all, because the desire can be very strong sometimes, but just think about it. If your desire is to eventually be married, then you literally have the rest of your life to be booed up. You know what I'm saying? Why rush into it right now? You know what I'm saying? I used to have such heated conversations with God, asking Him, why He didn't bring my man, and demanding that He brought him by a specific day. And, You know, it never happened like that, and I'm so grateful that it didn't, because God began to open my eyes and show me that it simply just, you know, wasn't time yet, and that there are things that He wanted and still wants to do in me, in my life, while, you know, it's just me and Him, and not me, Him, and, you know, someone else that will be competing for my attention, you know, whether they realize it or not. So if you are currently waiting for your future partner to come into your life, I want to encourage you to continue trusting God that, you know, His timing is perfect and that He has not forgotten about you. My last and final tip number 5, would be to pray about it. It is totally okay to pray about your future partner. It is totally okay to pray about, you know, the desires that you're having, the desires of your heart. I truly believe that, you know, as we continue to bring these things before God, He's not just going to leave us hanging, you know, like He will be faithful to move and act in a timeline that is according to His will. Okay, I really hope this video encouraged you and provided you with some helpful and practical ways to improve your weight. If you have any other tips you'd like to share with the community, please leave them in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Be sure to share this video with a friend if you found it helpful. And until next time, let's keep fighting the good fight of the faith. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!